Word has reached the Danish camp that King Alfred of Wessex has died, so Breda goes to tell Ragnar of the great news. Unfortunately, she isn't ready for what awaits for her. Ragnar is lying dead in his bed with multiple stab wounds into the chest. Contrary to what most people believe, Alfred is still alive and he's bringing his army north to fight the Danes. With the death of Ragnar, the Danes are now leaderless, but Canute insists that himself and Breda must step up to the task and avenge the death of Ragnar. Breda now goes south to find Uhtred and tell him what's happened to Ragnar. When she gets there, Uhtred doesn't know why she's there, but as soon as it becomes clear, she blames Uhtred for Ragnar's death, as it wouldn't have happened if Uhtred hadn't left him to save Alfred's daughter. Finan offers his condolences to Uhtred, but now isn't the time to grieve. They have to go to Alfred and get his army, so they can recapture Skade, who Uhtred believes is the cause of this. However, upon reaching Aylesbury, where Alfred should be, they find only Ethelred, who rules in his place, and both Uhtred and Ethelred don't trust him. Luckily, Alfred appears, and they are able to tell him their story. Unfortunately, Alfred still doesn't trust Uhtred after all he's done, but in his son Edward, they might find a good ally. Alfred's son Edward goes to Beocca so he can meet Uhtred, and while they talk, Edward says that he'll give him the men he needs to attack Baenfleot. So, Uhtred, Finan, and the rest of their men set out to begin their attack on Baenfleot, hopefully ridding Wessex of the traitorous Heston while also getting Skade back. Edward goes to his father and he tells him how he's planned with Uhtred, but Alfred is less than impressed with him. He sends him away from him and he confides to Beocca that he doesn't know if he'll ever be ready to be king. Father Beocca assures him that there is wisdom in what Edward has done and that he should at least consider the options they now have. And consider them he does, for within the hour they're marching on Baenfleot. Uhtred and his fearsome army of 50 now arrive at Baenfleot and they begin taunting Heston, saying that he is a coward and he should come out and fight Uhtred in one-on-one combat. They wait half a day for Heston to come, and just as they're about to leave, Osfer spots Heston and his entire army coming out to face Uhtred. Surrounded, outnumbered, and in a terrible position, the Saxons have no other choice but to wait for Alfred. What no one knows, however, is Alfred and his entire army are only meters away from Uhtred and the Danes. Unfortunately for Uhtred, Alfred is in no rush to help him, and he holds his men. And while he does this, the Danes begin to attack Uhtred, and they begin to lose men very quickly. The situation is so dire that even Osfer, who often has a mental block against killing people, is fighting. Edward is beginning to despair, and he's pleading with his father, and that's when Alfred gives him a decision. Continue bleating like a lamb, or make a decision.